Hey, so here is a snippet of Cirque's training yesterday. I was working with Ashley. She's working on becoming a trainer. So we were talking about dogs that had hearing and visual impairments and how to, one, identify them, but also how to work through training with those type of dogs. Now, Cirque, he is a special case because he knows already what to do. He just decides if it's what he wants to do. So we also, it's one of the things I love about him is getting, how do you get a dog who really wants to work and play with people and do the things, but also who really has no interest in actually listening when he wants to. So we kind of talk about the behaviors that he displays, but also how to help a dog that is losing their hearing and potentially their eyesight, how to work with them. Now you can see right there that he is just so excited. But we also showed like, hey, a toy got thrown and you can see that slight like, it's gonna get me. How to help them build confidence even if they are not able to see everything or they're starting to get a little nervous with their environment around them. So we did a lot of touch work. We did also a lot of talking about body language. So, Cirque can see, but it's with certain shadows and it's with certain like viewpoints that he struggles with. So this is where, how do you use your body to help him see and what he can actually, like what's the viewpoint for him. We also worked on touch skills. So having a treat in your hand and using as a lure or using things that can give him cues. So touching on the shoulder, like right there. Now, one of the things we do talk about when we do this is that a lot of times when you do touch a dog, especially unexpectedly, they'll turn around and look at you like, ooh, what was that? And a dog that is losing his eyes will sometimes use their mouth to hold on to you or to make contact, not in a I'm going to bite you way, but more of like, ooh, what's this? You're trying to feel and assess what the situation is. So we kind of talked about ways to condition a dog to feel comfortable to that touch, how to basically pair, a sit with a nose boop or asking them to turn to the left or turn to the right. Now, right here, you can see where he got a little confused, where he was like, I'm not sure what's happening here. He definitely can see movement really well. And he uses his nose quite a bit in finding the human. But we kind of worked his brain in that capacity of, is it eyesight or is it touch based, and how to get him to focus. Now, you'll notice that he kind of veers off a little bit on video. One of the reasons why he does that consistently is that I am there with another dog on the treadmill. So he likes to come up and say hi to the dog on the treadmill, or he'll come up and try to say hi to me. He also tried to get on the treadmill while I was working with another dog on there, which is kind of funny with Cirque. Now, we did pull out the ball pit, which is his absolute favorite thing to play with. So I just wanted to add a little snippet of him getting his enjoyment. He loves sticking his head in, and then eventually he gets his whole body in it and is just happy as a clam. You'll see right now we kind of occasionally throw the balls back into the pit. When this clip fast forwards a little bit, you're going to see balls everywhere because he loves it. And that's what we want him to do, is to have that sensory aspect, to find those toys, to find the treats in there, really engage with what he's doing. I definitely recommend taking his toy box, even taking a bunch of blankets and towels and making them kind of like a little nest on the ground and hide things in there. And that way he has to nuzzle his way in it. He might make himself a really nice, comfortable nest, but also it's a good way to get that sensory aspect for him to find it. Now, this is a shortened version of how long we actually worked on T-touch and muscle massage. So, but this is a good viewpoint of, you know, how you can, if you're doing it by yourself or if you have a friend with you, how to do assisted massage with him. Now, he always gets to put his butt on you. So having a little kickstand for him to sit on definitely helps. But working those circles right down his chest and right down his spine, and we were talking about the tension points of where if we release tension in one area, you're going to notice also that this other area is either looser or tighter. This is sped up, so he looks really wiggly. He's actually not this wiggly. But we did let him go a couple times so he can kind of do his zoomies. He'd shake it off and like, wee, and then come back and sit on our legs like, okay, I'm ready for next round. We also worked on his neck and his ears. We talked about his ear canals and how they're connected from, you know, when you're rubbing his ears right behind it, how you can actually get into where his neck is and go down along the lines into basically where the front of his throat is. But that's a ton of tension. Now, he is so open. The red light therapy, the massages that you guys have been doing really, really, really can see an impact. And that's phenomenal. He's been so much more open. Nice work on that.